We're decoding a story that's become painfully familiar. A woman who walked out on her husband after 18 years, chasing something she couldn't name. What followed wasn't peace, but guilt, regret, and eventually, invisibility. Her TikTok rants trace the full descent, from confidence to confusion to quiet realization. This is the anatomy of modern disillusion, where emotion overrules logic and reality always catches up. Welcome to this episode.
I'm the one that initiated this divorce. After being married for 18 years, my ex-husband did not want the divorce, but I knew that we were in a bad situation. It wasn't going to get better and somebody had to do something. But now I am feeling this sense of guilt that I upended everybody's lives. Everything changed because of my decision. There haven't really been a lot of negative consequences, you could say. I mean, my kids are adjusting. My ex-husband seems to be doing pretty well, living on his own. But I feel this heavy responsibility that it was just me, that I did this. I'm the one that changed everybody's lives in this really dramatic way. And I've been having a hard time dealing with it. I feel guilty. I feel bad. I feel shame. The only one that feels this way? Is this weird? Is this unusual? Am I being ridiculous? Because I really am having a hard time kind of reconciling and understanding this feeling of guilt and shame.
She feels something she didn't expect, guilt. Not because he failed her, but because she realizes she broke something that didn't need to be destroyed, only repaired. She looks around and sees life moving on. The kids are adjusting, her ex is doing fine, the world didn't collapse. And yet she's the only one who feels the weight. Because deep down, she knows what most won't admit. That the hardest part of leaving isn't loneliness. It's realizing the problem followed you out the door. That guilt she feels, that's the truth knocking. It's not weird, it's not ridiculous. It's her subconscious reminding her that comfort and happiness aren't the same thing. She traded the noise of marriage for the silence of consequence, and that silence is deafening. She thought leaving would fix everything, that starting over would bring peace. But here's the twist. When you're the one who ends it, you don't get the luxury of blame. You don't get to say, he ruined it. You have to live knowing you pushed the button, and that's a different kind of prison. Her husband moved on, the kids adapted, but she's stuck replaying it, trying to convince herself it was necessary. That's what happens when emotion drives logic. The mind eventually starts demanding receipts. She's not crazy. She's just seeing the full picture now. The thing she thought was broken wasn't love, it was patience. And patience is what builds everything worth keeping. She wanted freedom. Instead, she got clarity. And sometimes clarity is the cruelest form of punishment. And speaking of clarity, you know what ruins a great outfit fast? A worn-out belt that doesn't fit right. Most guys are still rocking belts with stretched out holes that either squeeze your waist or hang loose and throw off your whole look. That's why I'm glad to have Anson Belt and Buckle sponsoring today's video. They've been family run since 2009, and they've completely reinvented how belts work. Instead of holes, Anson uses a micro-adjustable track system with quarter-inch precision, giving you the perfect fit every single time. Once you try it, you'll never want to go back. You can also mix and match any buckle with any strap, so just a few pieces cover every outfit without cluttering your closet. And this isn't just about style, it's comfort, confidence, and polish. Whether you're sitting, standing, or on the move, Anson adjusts with you so you always look sharp. They're family owned, have over 40,000 5-star reviews, and every belt comes with a lifetime guarantee on functionality. And because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring today's video, when you click the link in the description or scan this QR code to build a box set, you'll get 2 bonus pieces, a buckle and a strap, completely free. That's 3 buckles and 3 straps, which can be mixed and matched into 9 unique belt combos all in one box. It's an exclusive deal you won't get anywhere else, so click the link, build your set, and upgrade your belt game today.
I am 53 years old, but when I was in my 20s and even in my early 30s, my biggest dream was to be a wife and to be a mother. I wanted to get married, I wanted to have a husband, and then I wanted to have children. And now I'm realizing, like I said, I'm 53 and I've been divorced now for almost 4 months. And that's why I'm one of those women in their 50s that would tell a young woman that maybe getting married is not the best idea. My husband, my children made my life harder. on a daily basis. I loved him. I love them. I still love them. Obviously, I have, custody of my kids. I'm still taking care of them. Still have a life with them. I'm always going to be their mother. But my life is a lot harder. It is a lot harder because of those kids and because of that man.
She says her husband and kids made her life harder. She's right, but that's not the tragedy. The tragedy is that she sees hard as a bad thing, because in a world that worships ease, struggle looks like failure. But the truth is, struggle is the test. That's how life separates comfort seekers from builders. You wanted to be a wife, a mother, a creator of something bigger than yourself. And then you discovered that creation takes work, sacrifice, and patience. You thought you were signing up for love. You were really signing up for transformation. And that's where most people tap out. They don't want transformation. They want validation. So when the fairy tale turns into a construction site, they start tearing it down instead of rebuilding. Now she's out here warning young women not to marry, as if failure is contagious. But that's not wisdom. That's projection. When people can't face their reflection, they rewrite the lesson. It's easier to call the system broken than to admit you didn't understand the blueprint. And here's the kicker. She calls herself free now. But freedom without meaning is just silence dressed as peace. It's easy to feel calm when no one's depending on you. But give it time. That calm turns hollow. Because deep down, we all crave purpose. And purpose always demands a price. Marriage didn't destroy her. It revealed her. And that's what most people can't handle. The mirror, the accountability, the raw truth that happiness doesn't come from avoiding difficulty, but from mastering it. In the end, she didn't escape the pain. She just delayed it, because there's nothing heavier than regret disguised as enlightenment.
Now that I'm divorced and I'm 53 years old and I'm no longer receiving the attention from men that I used to get, I feel like the world looks different. I feel like I can make decisions with a clear mind because the only person that I'm thinking about is myself. I'm not thinking about what a man wants from me, what a man needs from me. And that goes for big decisions to even small decisions about what I wear or how I do my hair. I'm just doing everything for myself. If I had gotten divorced earlier, even when I was in my early 40s, I don't know if I would have been able to be in this space right now. I think I still might have been in the place of seeking male attention and male validation. I would have gotten myself into the same trap. So yeah, I'm grateful that it happened when it happened, because it happened at the time that was perfect for me. And now I get to live a life for me.
She thought the streets were calling her back. She thought her DMs would light up like old times, that men would still chase her the way they did when she was 23 and glowing with options. But the streets weren't calling. That was just the ghost of her prime whispering through memory. What she heard wasn't desire, it was nostalgia, pretending to be opportunity. Then reality hit. The attention didn't follow her out the door. The compliments dried up. The glances stopped. And now, she calls it peace. But peace doesn't sound like this. Peace doesn't need to explain itself every week on TikTok. She's not healed, she's adjusting. When the chase ends, the ego rewrites the story. She tells herself she's happier alone because no one's lining up to disprove it. That's not growth, that's emotional self-defense. She didn't find solitude, she got benched by time and learned to clap for herself from the sidelines. Now she wears invisibility like it's enlightenment, when really it's camouflage for regret. That's the unspoken truth. She didn't walk away from attention. Attention walked away from her. And when the silence hit, she had two choices: face it or rebrand it. She chose the rebrand. So now she calls it clarity. But the truth? It's not that the world changed. It's just that she stopped being the main character.